But my mom wouldn't give in, so our dad broke up with her and left.
You don't need him anyway. He sounds like an awful person. Bye, Dad. Don't come back. Welcome back to another true story animation, where today we'll be reacting to Psycho Sisters Sharing a Body. This story is another one about conjoined twins. I don't know why there's so many story animations out there about conjoined twins, but I'm interested in this one because it seems like the sisters hate each other, and yet they're stuck together for life. Can you imagine being stuck to somebody that you hate? That would be awful. Anyway guys, before this video starts, I just want to ask you to turn notifications on for the channel and subscribe if you're new. Also, leave a like on the video, otherwise when you wake up tomorrow, you'll be conjoined to the Babadook. Let's get into the story. Headset on.
When my mom was pregnant, her doctor told her she was expecting one baby girl, but instead she got us, conjoined twins.
That must have been a shock. Also, I'm always curious to how somebody gives birth to conjoined twins. Why do I want to know that? I really don't think I do.
While my mom loved us deeply, my dad told her to let us die.
Oh. Wow. Imagine saying that about your own daughters. Dad is not a very nice man.
He suggested to accidentally let us drop on the floor because no one would be suspicious of us dying anyway.
What? No way. No way this is real. I'm not having it. No dad would be that mean, right?
When our mom refused, he said, well, at least give them up for adoption. But my mom wouldn't give in, so our dad broke up with her and left.
You don't need him anyway. He sounds like an awful person. Bye, Dad. Don't come back.
Now imagine a single mom raising twins. It wasn't easy, but doctors offered her money so they could do experiments with us.
Experiments? What kind of experiments?
The most cruel one was giving one of us electroshocks to see if the other one would feel the pain.
I don't know what I expected of this story, but it wasn't this. Okay, this is dark. Also, look at this scientist. He looks like he's living his best life right now. He is so evil.
Our mom didn't know what they were doing to us, but when we told her about it afterward, she promised us no more experiments. By the way, my name is Elaine, and her name is Buttface.
Hi, Elaine. Hi, Buttface. Surely that's not actually her name.
Let me tell you about our lives and challenges. You see, my sister and I always got along quite well, but in 10th grade, she developed a crush on our classmate Derek, who liked her back.
Oh, Derek. He doesn't care that she's conjoined. He just likes her for who she is. What a guy.
They constantly flirted with each other, and I had to listen to all of it.
Oh yeah, that must have been awful for her. She's literally stuck there, listening to everything, even things she doesn't want to hear. Poor girl.
But Derek was one of the most boring guys in the world, so I told my sister she had to stop seeing him. Of course she was angry at me, but afterward we made a deal. We had to find a guy that we both loved.
What? They have to share a guy? They can't have separate guys? Then again, yeah, they're sharing a body. So how would that even work?
However, on our 21st birthday, we got approached by a Chinese lady. She said she was working for a rich businessman who wanted us to come to China. I said, for what? And she responded, my boss really likes the way you two look and he will pay you a lot of money. How much? I asked. And she laid a briefcase on the table. When she opened it, we saw lots of money and she said, he will pay you $1 million in cash if you're gonna stay with him for 6 months.
This sounds like the dodgiest deal I've ever heard of. A random Chinese lady approaches you with a briefcase of money and tells you to go to China for 6 months. Girl, I would not be accepting that money. Where has that come from? And who are you? Super, super suspicious.
We both looked at each other. This sounded kinda sketchy, but $1 million was a lot of money, so I asked her to show us a photo of him.
What is a photo gonna prove, girl? Or should I say girls? It's not gonna prove anything. It's just gonna prove that a man exists. He still could be evil.
The guy was already in his 50s and a bit fat, but he looked very friendly, so we both agreed on flying to China to meet him. When we arrived at his mansion, he greeted us with a big smile and gave us a hug.
This guy looks exactly like his photo. I love that. I don't know why, but I do.
He greeted us with a big smile and gave us a hug. He wasn't as creepy at all, but soon things started to become a little bit uncomfortable. He used us as a status symbol, and whenever his friends came over, we had to dress up in lingerie and serve them dinner.
What? The words have escaped me. These poor girls. Look at all of these guys though. They're super happy about it.
His friends would always be in awe and then laugh at us. Of course, it was quite uncomfortable to be half naked and stared at by a bunch of guys, but I don't want to go into that. Anyway, when we came back to the US, we bought ourselves an apartment and got a job at a bank. They even paid us 2 salaries, but what we really wanted was to get into a relationship.
Yes, girls! Getting paid 2 salaries for one body going to work? What a deal! It makes sense though, they're both having to go to work, so yeah, they should. What are they doing on Tinder at 4 a.m.? Girls, go to sleep. Look at who she's talking to. Some anime dudes? Michael Jackstone? I'm calling the Hemons. What does that mean? Thunder, why should I believe you? Ganpachiro, you're a liar. And Hot Pennywise. Are you sure you're not making this up? Hot Pennywise, kinda hot though.
So we tried out the dating app Tinder. Most people didn't believe we were real, but Douglas did. We met him in a small park, and for the first time, both of us had great chemistry with the same guy. He was funny, charming, and good looking.
Why does this look like the face of someone who's going to become evil? Maybe he's not. Maybe he's a really nice guy, but there's just something about that smile. It's not sitting with me right.
It only took 8 months for him to move into our apartment, but we quickly learned that he was manipulative and toxic.
Am I an expert at picking out evil men? I think I am. Is that a good thing? Probably, yes, actually. I could have told you guys that Douglas was evil. You should have just listened to me.
One night, I was laying in bed next to him while my sister was asleep. He began telling me that he loved me more than my sister because she was annoying and stuck up.
Boy, you shouldn't be saying that to someone who's literally sharing a body with their sister.
Hearing him trash talk my sister somehow made me feel special, like I was better than her. But it turns out that he was having secret conversations with my sister too. One night I woke up and heard them talking. My sister was giggling and I asked, "What are you guys talking about?" She responded, "Oh, nothing important." And I said, "Wait, did he tell you that he likes you more than me?" My sister responded, "Yes, he did."
Oh, he's been caught. Look at him. He knows it. Also love how there's 3 pillows in the bed. I don't know why. Of course there is, but I just like that.
He told me the same thing. Well, a few minutes later, we had thrown him out of our apartment. You see, being conjoined twins is like being married on steroids. Even though you are 2 different people, you're still the same person because even if my sister has a bad day, I will have a bad day too. So it's very important that we take care of each other. Luckily, our current boyfriend Robert is a good guy who loves us equally.
So glad they've managed to find a guy who isn't evil. That's great. These poor girls deserve it.
A lot of people ask us if we want to be separated someday, and the answer is yes. If scientists could grow us a second body and put one of our heads onto it, we would definitely do it.
That would be crazy. I bet there'd be a high chance of dying through doing that too. So I wonder if they would risk it even though there would be a possibility of death.
But that doesn't mean that we aren't happy with our current lives. Right now, we are even trying to have a baby and start our own family.
Aw, that was wild. I didn't know that they could even have babies. I don't know how that would work. But now we have a bonus story. I wonder what this one is gonna be all about. Let's watch it. This is a surprise to me.
Hey, I'm Lima.
Hi, Lima. I've never heard anyone be called Lima before, but that's pretty cool. I like it.
And I want to tell you about my classmates and how they forced me to do their homework.
Ooh, they forced you? What? They didn't even pay you? Girl, imagine having to do 1 set of homework and then having to do like 5 more.
They thought I wouldn't fight back, but well, they were dead wrong about that.
She is not happy. Look at that. Gosh.
It all started when one of my classmates wrote me a message on Facebook that said, "Hey, wanna go with me and Sarah to a party tonight?" I responded with, "Of course," because I had never been to a party before, and I desperately wanted to be part of the cool kids.
I'm pretty sure everybody feels that way during high school, so I understand. She just wants to go to a party, have fun, and become popular. Pretty much the goal of most students.
But then they wrote, "Okay, you can come pick us up with your car at 10 p.m.
Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. They're using her because she drives. I experienced this a lot when I first passed my driving test. Everybody thought that I was a taxi service. Well, I'm not a taxi.
I realized they had only invited me because they needed a car. But I didn't really mind. I was just happy to have the chance to go to my first party ever. I spent at least 3 hours doing my makeup and finding the right outfit.
3 hours? Wow. I think I'd spend about an hour maximum getting ready. That is a long time.
After I had picked my 2 classmates up, We swung by the gas station to fill up the gas. I kinda hoped they would split the bill with me, because that would have been the decent thing to do, but instead they brought 24 beers to the cashier and said, "Sorry, Lima, we've forgotten our money at home. Do you mind paying for these?"
And at that point, I would have said, "No, sorry, I don't have that much money." But I'm guessing Lima is a super nice girl and she's gonna do it anyway.
Well, I didn't want to ruin the mood, so I just paid for the gas and the beer and kept quiet. But then it got worse. When we pulled up in front of the house party, they said, "Thanks for driving us here. See you on Monday." I said, "Wait, what? You don't want me to go with you to the party?" And then they said, "Oh, we didn't think you were that kind of girl. The type who likes to party and have fun."
They literally invited her and now they're saying you can't come. They are so mean. This poor girl, she's just being used.
Then they just got out of my car without thanking me or even saying goodbye. I felt like a complete and utter loser. But I was so angry that I decided to go to the party on my own. Well, that turned out to be the worst mistake of my life. Because there, I drank alcohol for the first time. And then I found a bikini and some wardrobe, put it on, and told everyone at the party that I had a big crush on my classmate Ben.
Why did she do that? No! The alcohol got to her. This is why we don't drink.
I even told them what I would do with him if he was my boyfriend. I said a lot of embarrassing stuff. But I was so out of it that I didn't notice my classmate filming it on her smartphone.
No!
The following Monday, my two classmates came up to me and said, "Hey Lima, can you do our homework for us?" I was still angry at them and I told them, no chance on earth am I doing that. But then they said that if I didn't do their homework, they would show everyone the video they'd taken of me at the party.
This is what we call blackmail. And blackmail is actually illegal. Wow, I wouldn't know what to do if I was in this situation though. It's so embarrassing. And I understand she doesn't want it going out to the entire class. But geez, this is horrible.
Including my crush Ben. I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked that they'd have the audacity to film me. And now they were outright blackmailing me? In the end, I did their homework, even though it took me 3 hours. But then the next week, one of them came up to me again, and this time she said, "Okay, you have to help me tomorrow in our physics exam. If I don't pass, I will have to repeat the whole year, so I want you to write down the correct answers on a piece of paper and hide them under the bin inside the bathroom." I explained to her that I couldn't risk doing that because if I got caught, I would get an F on the exam, and then I couldn't go to my dream university after high school.
This is so risky now. So doing the homework was like, okay, I guess, but this can literally interfere with the rest of her life. I don't know if this is a good decision, girl. Please don't tell me you did it.
But instead of being considerate, she just gave me a wicked smile and said she could send the video to everyone in a matter of seconds. Wow, that was a big mistake on her part, because even though I'm a sweet girl, I can also bite back when the moment calls for it. The same day, I went to the principal and told her about my classmates and how she was threatening me with a video she'd taken of me where I had embarrassed myself.
This is the correct thing to do. Yes, I'm so happy that she went and told someone because they'll know how to fix this.
In fact, I had recorded the conversation with my classmate on my cell phone where she'd been blackmailing me. When the principal heard the recording, she told me I had made the right decision by telling her, and then we made a plan.
Okay, here's the tea. What happened to the girl who was blackmailing?
On the day of the exam, I wrote the complete wrong answers on the piece of paper. Then I asked my teacher if I could go to the bathroom, and that's when I left the answers under the bin. When my classmate went to the bathroom after me to pick up the piece of paper with the answers, my principal was hiding inside the toilet to catch her. Afterwards, she brought the girl into our classroom and said, "I just wanted to notify you all that I caught this girl cheating inside the bathroom. She won't be finishing the exam, that's for sure."
That's what you get. Ha! Oh dear, you shouldn't be cheating. You also shouldn't be blackmailing. This is what you deserve.
For the rest of the exam, I was so nervous. I could barely focus. Had I done the right thing? Would my classmates show my embarrassing video to everyone? Well, that same day I went to the principal's office again, and she told me that my classmate had been suspended indefinitely from our school. and that her parents would make sure she deleted the video and didn't show it to anyone.
That is amazing. It was definitely the right call to go to the principal.
But of course, she did it anyway. And she was so mad at me that she published it on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
It was humiliating, and my whole school saw me talking about my classmate Ben and how I wanted to make love with him. I tried to be proud of myself for doing the right thing and standing up for myself, but I just ended up being seriously anxious about going back to school now that everyone knew I had a big crush on Ben. After the video went viral, I went to school just like every other day.
It went viral? What the heck? 78,000 views? Most full-time YouTubers I know can't get those views. Never mind just a random video of some girl drunk at a house party. That's crazy. Somebody help her. I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
And of course, all my classmates made fun of me. But it wasn't as bad as I had imagined it to be. They all made jokes, but not in a disrespectful way. From then on, they called me the crazy party girl, and even Ben came over to me and said, "I'm not surprised you have a crush on me. It's true, I'm a bit of a stud."
Imagine being that vain about yourself. But whatever, at least he's not too bothered about it.
And then we all laughed. It's not always easy to do the right thing. But at least I don't have to do anyone's homework anymore. And I now know that I can stand up for myself.
Well, those were some interesting stories. If you did enjoy this video and you would like to watch another one, click here and let's go watch it together.